Okay, let's just dive right in. In May of 2024, the entire world of SEO got completely flipped on its head. Why? Because over 2,500 pages of super secret internal documents leaked straight from Google's search team. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see what this leak tells us about Google's secret formula for ranking websites.
So, what was in these documents? Get this, a list of over 14,000 potential ranking factors. I mean, that is just a staggering amount of data. It basically confirms that we've all suspected for years that Google's algorithm is every bit as ridiculously complex as we thought. And that, of course, leads to the most important question, right? With a list that long, what are you supposed to actually focus on? So, what we're going to do is cut through all that noise and break it down into the three key ingredients that really seem to matter the most. Let's kick things off with the first, and you could argue the most important ingredient in Google's secret sauce, the clicks. And this is all about how real people, actual users, are interacting with your website. See, it's not just about getting someone to click your link in the first place. This leak pretty much confirms that Google is obsessively tracking what happens after that click. They're trying to figure out if your page actually gave the user what they were looking for. And this breaks it down perfectly. A good click is when someone lands on your page and they actually stick around. They're engaged, they found their answer. A bad click, what we call a bounce, is when they hit your page and almost immediately click the back button. To Google, that's a huge red flag that your page just wasn't the right answer. And here is the real goal. The ultimate prize is getting what the documents call the longest clicks. This means you didn't just answer their question, you engaged them so well that they completely forgot about going back to the search results. That's the behavior that Google rewards with those top spots. Okay, on to our second ingredient, your content. Because look, it's not enough to just get the click. The actual substance of your page has to deliver the goods. And this leak shows that Google is scoring that substance in some really specific ways. It's not just one thing. They're looking at it from multiple angles. It starts with a title score. Does your title actually match the search? Then it looks at word organization, things like bold text or font sizes, to figure out what's important. It also calculates an effort score, which we'll talk about in a sec, and finally, a focus score, to see if the page is actually on topic for your website as a whole. So, what is this effort score? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Google is literally trying to measure how much work you put into the page. So pages that have unique tools, awesome pictures, really high quality videos, or brand new information, those are seen as high effort, and Google rewards that. And speaking of quality, let's use this leak to bust a huge common myth. I'm sure you've heard it, the idea that older websites automatically get more respect from Google, giving them a leg up on the competition. Well, it turns out that's just false. The leak makes it pretty clear. Google doesn't give bonus points just because a website's been around for a long time. It cares about the quality and relevance of the content right now. A brand new site with amazing, high effort stuff can absolutely blow an old, crusty one out of the water. And that brings us to our third and final key ingredient, links. We've always known links are a huge deal, but this leak gives us some fresh clarity on how Google thinks about them. This is the OG Google algorithm, right? It's all about authority. When another trusted, reputable website links to your page, it's like a vote of confidence. It's a signal to Google that your content is valuable, and your site gets points for it, which boosts your authority. But here's one of the wildest little details from the entire leak. It looks like Google's analysis for a page focuses heavily on just the last 20 changes or updates made to it. So what does that mean? It suggests that being fresh and current is incredibly important. Those old, stale links might not be helping you as much as you think. Earning new, relevant links is a powerful, powerful signal. So, there we have it, our three core ingredients: clicks, content, and links. Now, let's put it all together and take a look at what the source material suggests is a simplified magic formula for ranking. And here it is. It starts with the basics. You add together user behavior, that's your longest clicks, plus your content quality, think of your effort score, plus your link strength. Then you multiply that whole sum by the overall relevance and quality of your page. And finally, you subtract any negative factors. We're talking spammy tricks, keyword stuffing, or just a terrible user experience. That's the recipe in a nutshell. So what does this mean for you? What's the actual to-do list? First, create awesome, high-effort content that's designed to get that longest click. Second, write great titles that match what people are searching for. Third, make sure your site is super easy to use to avoid those negative marks. Fourth, keep earning those fresh, trustworthy links. And finally, stay on topic. Keep everything you do focused. You know, when you boil it all down, this leak confirms that even with 14,000 different levers and dials, Google's algorithm is still just chasing one thing: a great experience for the user. The secret formula isn't some quick hack. It's a roadmap that rewards quality, effort, and authority. So now that you've had a peek behind the curtain, the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?